This message comes to you for a reason. And maybe right now you have been trying so hard to hold everything together, to control every outcome, to make sure nothing goes wrong. And it feels heavy, it feels tiring, like you are carrying something that was never meant for you to carry alone. And the truth is, life was never designed to be forced. It was designed to be lived, to be trusted, to be allowed. And in this moment, you don't have to fix everything. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to keep pushing against the flow. You can simply pause, take a gentle breath, and begin to soften your grip on everything that feels out of your control, because holding on so tightly does not always protect you. Sometimes it only creates more stress, more fear, and more distance from the peace you are searching for. And maybe no one ever told you this in a simple way, but letting go is not giving up. It is not losing. It is not saying you don't care. Letting go is choosing peace over pressure. It is choosing trust over fear. It is allowing life to move in ways that you may not fully understand yet, but are still working for you in the background. And even if things don't look perfect right now, even if there is confusion, delay, or uncertainty, it does not mean things are falling apart. Sometimes it simply means things are falling into place in a way you cannot see yet. And when you begin to understand this, something inside you starts to relax. Your mind becomes a little quieter. Your heart feels a little lighter. And you realize that you don't have to fight life to feel safe. You can learn to flow with it, gently, step by step. And right now, you are allowed to release the need to control every detail. You are allowed to trust that something bigger is already working things out for you. And as you listen to these words, just let them settle within you. Let them remind you that you are not behind, you are not stuck, and you are not doing life wrong. You are simply in a moment that is asking you to let go, to trust a little more, and to believe, even if it feels small at first, that everything is already beginning to work out in your favor. Sometimes the hardest part of letting go is understanding why we hold on so tightly in the first place. And if you are honest with yourself, you may notice that it often comes from fear, the fear of losing something, the fear of things not working out, the fear of being hurt again. And this fear slowly teaches you to control everything, to plan every step, to overthink every decision, because it feels safer that way. It feels like if you hold on tightly enough, nothing can go wrong. But deep inside, this constant need to control can become exhausting, because life does not always follow our plans, and when things don't go the way we expect, it creates stress, doubt, and even more fear. And this cycle continues without us even realizing it. And sometimes this way of holding on is also shaped by past experiences. Moments where things didn't go as hoped, where trust was broken, or where outcomes felt disappointing. And slowly, you begin to believe that you must control everything to avoid feeling that pain again. But what if that belief is actually keeping you stuck? What if holding on so tightly is not protecting you, but limiting you? Because when you are always focused on controlling every detail, you may miss new opportunities, new paths, and better outcomes that are trying to come into your life. And the truth is, life is always changing, always moving, and trying to freeze it or control it only creates resistance inside you. And this resistance makes everything feel heavier than it needs to be. So instead of judging yourself for holding on, just understand it with kindness, because you were only trying to feel safe. You were only trying to protect your peace in the best way you knew how. And now you are slowly learning a new way, a softer way, where you don't have to carry everything on your own, where you can begin to loosen your grip little by little and trust that you are still safe even when you are not in control of everything. When you begin to look at life more closely, you may start to notice that everything around you moves in a natural flow. Nothing in nature forces its way. The sun rises without struggle. The seasons change without pressure. Rivers keep moving without asking for permission. And in the same way, your life also has its own rhythm, its own timing, even if you cannot always see it clearly. And the more you try to rush or force things, the more disconnected you may feel from this natural flow. Because life does not respond well to pressure. It responds to alignment, to patience, to trust. And this can be difficult to accept, especially when you want something deeply and you want it now. But not everything is meant to happen instantly. Some things need time to grow, to form, to come together in the right way. And just like a seed does not become a tree overnight, your desires also take time to unfold. And when you understand this, you begin to relax a little. You stop fighting the present moment, and you start allowing things to happen at their own pace. And this does not mean you stop caring or stop taking action. It simply means you stop forcing outcomes and start trusting the process, because there is a quiet intelligence in life that is always working behind the scenes, arranging things, connecting paths, opening doors that you may not even be aware of yet. And when you align with this flow, you begin to feel lighter, more at ease, and more open to what is coming. And slowly, you realize that you don't have to push life forward. You only have to move with it, gently, calmly, and with trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. When you resist what is happening in your life, it often creates more pain than the situation itself, and you may not even notice it at first, because resistance can feel like control, like you are trying to fix things or make them better, but inside it builds tension. It keeps your mind busy with endless thoughts, asking why things are not going your way, replaying situations again and again. And this overthinking slowly takes your peace away. And the more you resist, the heavier everything feels. Even small problems begin to look bigger, and simple moments lose their calm. Because your energy is always focused on what is wrong instead of what is still working. And this creates a constant feeling of pressure. like you are always trying to push life into a shape that it is not ready to take. And this pressure can make you feel tired, frustrated, and even stuck, as if nothing is moving forward. But the truth is, resistance does not move things forward. It only slows the process. It creates blocks where there could have been flow, and sometimes what you are resisting is actually something that is trying to guide you, to teach you, or to redirect you to something better. But when you keep fighting it, you miss the message behind it, and instead of finding clarity, you feel more confused. So gently begin to notice where you are holding resistance, where you are saying no to what already is, and instead of pushing against it, try to soften. Try to accept this moment as it is, not because you want to stay here forever, but because acceptance is the first step to change. And when you stop fighting, something inside you begins to calm down. Your thoughts slow, your breath becomes easier, and from this place of calm, you can see things more clearly. You can move forward with less struggle, and you begin to understand that letting go of resistance is not giving up, it is making space for a better way to unfold. Letting go is where real strength begins, even though it may feel uncomfortable at first, because you have been taught to believe that holding on means you are strong. But true strength is the ability to release what you cannot control and still feel safe within yourself. And when you let go, you are not losing anything that is truly meant for you. You are simply making space for something better to enter your life, something that aligns with you in a deeper and more natural way. And this space is important because when your mind is full of worry and control, there is no room for new ideas and new experiences to come in. But when you begin to loosen your grip, even a little, you start to feel lighter. Your thoughts become clearer, and your energy begins to shift. And this shift is powerful, because it opens doors that you could not see before. It allows life to bring you what you need at the right time, without force, without struggle, and without constant pressure. And letting go also helps you trust yourself more, because you stop depending on perfect outcomes and start believing in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. And this creates a deep sense of inner peace, a calm knowing that you will be okay no matter what happens. And from this place, you begin to move through life with more ease, more confidence, and more trust, because you understand that you don't have to control everything to feel secure. You only have to trust the process and allow life to unfold in its own beautiful way. Trusting that everything is working out can feel difficult when you cannot yet see the results, especially when things seem slow or unclear. But this is where a gentle shift in perspective begins to change everything, because not everything that is good for you arrives in a way you expect, and not every delay is a problem. Sometimes it is protection, sometimes it is preparation, and sometimes it is life quietly arranging something better than what you had in mind. And when you start to believe that things are working out, even in small ways, Your mind begins to relax. You stop rushing to fix everything, and you allow space for things to unfold naturally. And this trust does not mean you ignore your reality. It means you choose not to fear it. You choose to believe that there is a deeper order in your life, even if you cannot fully understand it yet. And this belief creates a calm energy inside you, an energy that attracts better outcomes, clearer decisions, and more peaceful moments. And slowly, you begin to notice small signs that things are shifting, maybe in ways you did not expect, but in ways that feel right. And as this trust grows, you stop asking why things are not working, and you begin to feel that everything is already moving in the right direction, step by step, moment by moment. And you realize that even when you cannot see the full picture, life is still guiding you, still supporting you, and still working things out in your favor. Releasing the need to control every outcome is one of the most freeing things you can do for yourself, even though it may feel unfamiliar at first, because you have been used to planning everything, trying to predict every result, and making sure things go exactly the way you want. But life does not always follow a fixed path, and when you try to control every outcome, you often create more pressure inside yourself, always thinking about what could go wrong or what needs to be fixed. And this takes away your ability to feel calm in the present moment. So instead of focusing only on the results, begin to shift your attention to your actions, to what you can do right now with clarity and intention, and then allow the outcome to unfold in its own time, because you have done your part, and now life will do its part. And this balance brings peace, because you are no longer carrying the weight of things that are not fully in your control. And as you practice this, you begin to trust the process more. You stop rushing, you stop forcing, and you start moving with a quiet confidence that whatever is meant for you will find its way to you. And even if things turn out differently than you expected, you begin to see that it is not always a loss. Sometimes it is a redirection towards something better, something more aligned with who you are becoming. And this understanding allows you to relax your mind, soften your expectations, and move forward with more ease, knowing that you don't have to control everything for things to work out. You only need to stay present, take gentle steps, and trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. Practicing surrender in your daily life does not have to be complicated. It begins with small, gentle choices that you make throughout the day, like choosing to pause instead of reacting, choosing to breathe instead of overthinking, and choosing to trust instead of worrying about what might happen next. And these simple shifts may seem small, but they slowly change the way you experience life, because each time you let go of the need to control a situation, you create a little more space for calm and clarity to enter, and you begin to notice that not everything needs your constant attention or effort. Some things resolve on their own when you stop holding on to them so tightly. And this practice can show up in everyday moments, like when plans change, when something doesn't go as expected, or when you feel uncertain about the future. Instead of immediately feeling stressed, you remind yourself that it is okay, that you can handle this, and that things can still work out in ways you may not see yet. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. You start to respond to life with more patience, more ease, and more trust, and over time, this creates a new habit inside you. A habit of letting go instead of holding on, a habit of flowing instead of forcing. And even on days when it feels difficult, you can come back to this simple truth that you do not have to solve everything right now. You only need to take one calm step at a time and allow life to meet you there, gently and naturally. When you begin to truly align with peace and flow, something inside you starts to change in a quiet but powerful way. You no longer feel the need to rush everything. You no longer feel pulled in different directions by fear or doubt, and instead, you start to feel more grounded, more present, and more at ease with where you are right now. And this inner calm is not something you force. It naturally grows when you stop resisting life and start allowing it. And as this feeling deepens, you notice that even when challenges come, they do not shake you the same way. You respond with more clarity, more patience, and more trust, because you understand that every moment is part of a bigger flow, and you are not separate from it. You are moving with it. And this alignment also changes how you see your life. You begin to notice small moments of peace, small signs that things are working out. And these moments build your trust even more. And the more you trust, the lighter everything feels. Your mind becomes less crowded. Your heart feels more open. And you start to experience life with a sense of ease that once felt impossible. And this is the beauty of letting go. It does not take anything away from you. It gives you something greater, a deep sense of peace, a quiet confidence, and a feeling that you are supported, guided, and moving exactly where you need to be, step by step, without force, without fear, and with a calm trust that everything is unfolding just as it should. As you come to the end of this message, just take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Maybe a little calmer, a little lighter, a little more open to trusting life. And remind yourself that you don't have to carry everything on your own. You don't have to control every step, because life is already moving for you, guiding you, supporting you in ways you may not always see. And even if things are not perfect yet, it does not mean they are not working out. It simply means the process is still unfolding, and you are exactly where you need to be in this moment, learning, growing, and becoming stronger with every step. So allow yourself to relax into this trust. Allow yourself to let go just a little more, and move forward with the quiet belief that everything is already aligning in your favor. And if this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Share it with someone who may need this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe for more messages that help you find peace, trust, and clarity in your life.